In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. Welcome to Warhammer 40,000, or put more simply, Warhammer 40k. A universe where humanity teeters on the brink of annihilation, beset by nightmares of both human and Xenos alike. It is a realm of unrelenting war, fanatical devotion, and ancient horrors lurking beyond the veil of reality. Today, we explore the core factions that shape this galaxy and the masterful world building that has helped to keep Warhammer 40k as one of the most immersive settings in modern science fiction. At the heart of this galaxy-spanning nightmare lies the Imperium of Man, an empire built on suffering, sustained by faith, and governed by bureaucracy so vast it defies comprehension. The Imperium is ruled by the God Emperor of mankind, a corpse king bound to the golden throne, his divine presence the only force holding humanity together. Its armies are endless. The Astra Militarum, known in Low Gothic as the Imperial Guard, are the countless billions of human soldiers armed with faith, lasguns, and the knowledge that failure means death. Above them stand the Adeptus Astartes, the Emperor's transhuman warriors, genetically altered demigods clad in ceramite and armed with righteous fury. But the Imperium is more than its armies. The Adeptus Mechanicus hoards ancient technology, worshipping the machine god with elaborate Beneric prayers. The Inquisition scours the stars for heresy, burning worlds to preserve humanity's fragile existence. It is a realm of contradictions, mighty yet crumbling, vast yet suffocating, all-consuming yet always at risk of annihilation. The forces of chaos are the festering wound at the heart of reality. They are not simply the enemies of mankind. They are mankind's reflection, twisted and corrupted by the infinite madness of the warp. The chaosgods, Tzeentch, the architect of fate, Nurgle, the lord of decay, Khorne, the blood god, and Slaanesh, the dark prince, all feed on the emotions of mortals, shaping the tides of war and corruption. Where there were once loyal warriors, now stand Chaos Space Marines, traitors to the Emperor who have sworn allegiance to these dark powers. Two examples of which are the Death Guard, bloated with Nurgle's gifts, who march unyielding and undying, as well as the Thousand Sons, sorcerers damned by Tzeentch, twisting reality itself with their psychic might. Chaos is an insidious disease, spreading not just through war, but through whispers, cults, and the fragile minds of men. Beyond the Imperium's borders, alien empires wage wars of their own. The Eldari, once the rulers of the stars, now drift to the void in their dying craft worlds, haunted by their own arrogance. Their dark kin, the Drukhari, revel in suffering, sustaining their wretched existence through endless torment. Then there are the horrors beyond comprehension, the Tyranids, a ravenous swarm from the void, who strip planets of all biological matter, reducing civilizations to lifeless husks. The Necrons, ancient beyond measure, awaken from their tombs, seeking to reclaim a galaxy that once belonged to them. The Tau Empire, a young and idealistic species, seeks to spread its philosophy of the greater good, wielding technology that rivals even the Imperium. And finally, there are the Orcs, a war-hungry tide of green destruction that exists for one purpose: eternal battle. Warhammer 40,000 is more than a setting. It is an experience. Games Workshop has built a universe that blends science fiction, fantasy, and horror. A place where every world tells a story of suffering, every war is a battle for survival, and every faction believes itself to be the rightful ruler of the stars. The world building is defined by mystery and ambiguity. Rather than presenting a single objective history, the lore unfolds through fragmented records, conflicting accounts, and ancient myths. This allows players and readers to engage in endless speculation, forming their own interpretations of the galaxy's darkest secrets. But Warhammer 40,000 is more than just a story. It is also a game. The tabletop wargame is the foundation of the franchise, where players command armies of painted miniatures in strategic battles that can often determine the fate of entire worlds. Each faction has its own playstyle and personality. The elite warriors of the Adeptus Custodes, the overwhelming hordes of the Tyranids, the brutal cunning of the Orcs. These are all different in their own unique way. The game evolves constantly, with new rules, miniatures, and stories shaping an ever-changing battlefield. It is a hobby, a passion, and for many, a lifelong obsession. Warhammer 40,000 is a living, changing universe where every battle has weight, every story is drenched in blood, and every victory is paid for in suffering. Whether you are a lore enthusiast, a tabletop veteran, or simply drawn to the grim darkness of the far future, there is a place for you here. The galaxy burns. The Imperium stands on the brink, and in the 41st millennium, there is only war. I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video and join me in my small corner of insanity here on the internet. As I have just mentioned, the universe of Warhammer 40,000 is vast, filled with endless stories, mysteries, and battles yet to be fought. If you enjoyed this dive into the lore, consider subscribing and joining me as I continue to explore the endless war, forgotten histories, and hidden truths of the 41st millennium. But the conversation doesn't end here. The lore of Warhammer is ever-evolving, built on fragments of lost knowledge and conflicting records. Share your thoughts, theories, and speculations in the comments below, but let's keep this discussion constructive, respectful, and as immersive as the setting itself. After all, even the most hardened warriors need allies.